Welcome to next series of Selenium class. In the last class, we discussed and completed handling how to handle web elements, different web elements in Selenium WebDriver. In this class, we are going to discuss weights, like how do we need weights and how exactly we use weights. I think already we know weights, but let's discuss that like in completely. Okay. First of all, basically we use three types of weights in Selenium WebDriver: implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight. Question is, why do we need weights? Web applications load elements at different speeds. Okay. If Selenium tries to find an element before it appears, then it throws no such element exception. Basically, let's say we want to interact with one element that is yet to load. I mean, on the let's say page is loading. At that time we are trying to interact with the element. Then that time what happens? We will get no such element exception. So for avoiding this type of scenario, we use weights. That means weights help Selenium wait until an element is present, visible or clickable. Okay, perfect. Let's discuss one by one. Implicit wait. What is implicit wait? Once set, it stays active for the whole session. So implicit wait is present till the whole session. It will active for the whole session. Wait for elements to appear in DOM. A global wait that applies to all elements in the script. So basically it is applied for all the elements to the in the script. Example, if you will saw example, I think from last couple of days I was putting this waits so that it will wait for 10 seconds and the page will load. So that example is here, driver.manage. How I was using driver.manage.timeouts.implicitly wait duration.off seconds 10. Okay. If you will see, let me open IntelliJ. Already we are acquainted with this. Just I will show. Let's open this. Yeah, so this one, driver.manage.timeout.implicitly wait duration.off seconds. So we are fully acquainted with this. And basically where we are using after opening the application, because after opening application it was taking some time to load the complete page. So that's why we put the 10 second here, so that within 10 second the whole application will load. Perfect. So let's proceed further. A minute. Sorry. Yeah, then where to use? So where we will use the implicit wait? Already I think I discussed simple applications, few dynamic elements and basic scripts. So we will use in simple application like which I shown you now, just now. Few dynamic elements. Let's say there are few dynamic elements which will appear on the page. Then basic scripts, which I show this example. That was a perfect example. Okay. But what is the disadvantage in this wait? Implicit wait. Disadvantage is not suitable for conditions like clickable, visibility, alert present, etc. So this is not suitable for these conditions, like where let's say you want to click somewhere on a particular element. You are waiting for a particular element which will be visible, so that you can able to action on that. Then let's say you are finding whether the alert is present or not. It is specific. right? So in this specific actions or interactions, this is not suitable. This is suitable for whole page. And as I mentioned, simple application, few dynamic elements, basic scripts. Okay, what is the other advantage? Applies to all elements. As we discussed, slower debugging. So, because this weight is kind of static, like it will be applicable for whole page. It will wait whole page to download, or whole page to basically load. Load. Okay, let's proceed. That's all about implicit wait. Okay, explicit wait. What is explicit wait? 1 minute. Yeah. What is explicit wait? Explicit wait wait for this wait for a specific condition for a specific element. So implicit wait was for entire page. Entire page means for all elements. But explicit wait will wait for a specific condition and for a specific element. Uses as WebDriverWait plus expected conditions. So what it uses is, it uses as WebDriverWait plus expected conditions. Best for dynamic elements. Explicit wait is best for dynamic elements, highly reliable, recommended for frameworks. Okay, so this is best for dynamic elements, highly reliable and recommended for frameworks. Okay, then common explicit wait conditions. Okay, what are the common explicit wait conditions? Visibility of element located. Okay, condition is visibility of element located. That means it will wait unless until the element is visible. Okay, what is the usage? Wait until element becomes visible. Okay, it will wait until element becomes visible. Okay, then element to be clickable. Okay, condition is element to be clickable. That means initially it was visible. We are checking whether it is visible or not. Then second time whether it is clickable or not. So that is element to be clickable. Then usage will be clickable state. Okay, presence of element located. So what it will find? Whether that element is present or not. Presence of element presence of element located. That means the element which we are finding or which we are going to interact, whether that is present or not. So that is present in DOM. That is present in DOM or not. Then alert is present. So wait for alert. This is simple thing. Then frame to be available and switch to it. Switch to frame. That means which we discussed yesterday, like frames, different frames. So what happens? Like frame means first we need to switch to the frame, then we will interact. We cannot able to interact with the frame. Okay. So first we need to switch. So that we will make sure that frame to be visible and switch to it. Like we first of all frame should be visible and we could able to switch so that we can interact. That's what it is going to help. Let's discuss some example for more understanding so that it will be clear. So example, wait until element is visible. How we will wait? So as I mentioned in explicit wait, you will use WebDriverWait plus condition. These two things. Always remember, in explicit wait you will use WebDriverWait plus condition. Okay. So here WebDriverWait is equal to new WebDriverWait driver. This is the syntax. Always it will be same. WebDriverWait wait is equal to new WebDriverWait. Then inside we will pass driver instance, comma, duration dot of seconds 15. That means it will wait for 15 seconds. What is the condition? Condition will be web element login button is equal to wait dot until, okay, expected conditions dot, which expected condition it is? Expected conditions dot visibility of element located. We can take different conditions. Here we are taking visibility of element located. Then by dot id login button. So basically we are taking login button. Okay, understood? Simple thing. If I tell this one, what exactly it is doing? It is waiting for visibility of element. Which element? Login button. Like it will wait unless until login button is visible. Simple term. And you will find this way. Okay, perfect. Let's proceed further. We'll do one example, don't worry, but let's complete first the theoretical part. Okay, another example. Wait until element is clickable. First one was visibility of element located. Second example is wait until element is clickable. Okay. Okay, web element button is equal to wait dot until expected conditions dot element to be clickable by dot id submit, then button dot click. Simple. Like first we'll find out element to be clickable. If element is not clickable, how will you click that? So first we'll make sure that element is clickable, that condition. If that condition satisfies, then we'll click on that element. Which element here we are using? We are taking the example of button. Okay, simple. We are going to do the example, don't worry. But let's complete the theory part. Okay. Next example. Wait for alert. So alert is equal to wait dot until expected conditions. Which expected condition? Alert is present. If alert is present, then we will accept that. Alert dot accept. Okay. Let's do the example. It will be more clear. Let's do all the three examples so that it will be more clear. Perfect. Yeah. Do one thing. Let's go to which one? ChatGPT. And I believe which one? This one, I think. Yesterday we were searching on this page, I believe. Yes. Perfect. So now, same way, how I mentioned earlier, just copy this heading. Okay. Copy this heading and paste here. Wait until element is visible. Correct? I think, yeah. Just paste here. Visibility of element located. Perfect. Super. Then what we can do? Visibility of element expected visible. Perfect. So before that, as I mentioned, always check manually whether that application is opening or not. Okay. So let's open Chrome. Always check manually before executing. And you will understand also. Yeah, perfect. I think same application which we are using earlier. Okay. So let's discuss the program before executing. The same way how you do. Always don't believe on AI. Always utilize your mind. Use the AI, but utilize your mind. That's what I used to say always. Okay, so what it is doing? Basically, it is opening the Chrome browser, maximizing it, navigating to the application. Then it is wait. WebDriverWait. Wait is equal to new WebDriverWait driver, comma, duration dot of second 10 second. It will wait for 10 second. Okay. For which things it will wait? It will wait for wait dot until Expected conditions. What is the expected condition? Visibility of element located. Which element? By dot id visible after. Okay, there will be, then once that is appear, then it will click on that. At the end it will click dot click. So let's find out which id is visible after. Okay, we need to find out that visible after. Yes, this one. Perfect. So let's inspect this. Okay, we'll inspect this one. Okay, see, this one is visible after. Okay, button id is equal to visible after. Perfect. So it will wait for till this is visible. Once it is visible, then it will click on that. Okay, perfect example. Only, let's execute that without wasting time. This is the appropriate example. Yeah, perfect. Let me copy the, oh sorry, 1 minute. Copy this. Okay, any class name you can give. Here it is wait until visible element. Example. Okay, so let's copy this simple and we'll observe. First it will wait for the visibility, then after that it will click. Okay, that's it. Simple. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, always utilize your brain before you executing. Okay, perfect. So let's execute this. Let's observe this. So as we mentioned, it will navigate to that application and it will wait for the visibility of that particular button actually. Okay, once that is appear, then it will click on that. That's the result. Okay, let's see this. Now it will open. Open the browser, maximizing it. It will navigate to the application. Okay. Then it will wait for. It will wait till the element is visible. Then once the element is visible, it will click on that element. Okay. That's the expected result. I mean, still it is loading. Let's see what happens. No, still it is processing, but 1 minute. I think already it is clicked. It seems like 1 minute. Let me just check. It is highlighted actually. This, if you will see, this is highlighted. But let me click manually so that I can understand what is the how it is behaving. I mean, 1 minute. Okay, so for example, I am in this page. 1 minute. This one maybe now. Let me close this. Okay, so I am in this page. Okay. Then I will wait for this this element to be visible, and after that I will click, right? Okay, perfect. It is absolutely working fine. Means I thought it will open some other page, but no, I think it is clicking. See, manually I did and it is highlighting. And same thing, in the automation also did. Okay, absolutely working fine, perfect. I think this worked fine perfectly. Okay, that is proved. Then that's why I always check manually so that you will get more clarity or better understanding. There should not be any doubt. Okay, this works absolutely fine. Then we will go to the next one. Before that, let me copy to the document. Wait until element is visible, right? 1 minute. This one. Yes, element is visible. Yeah, and similarly, same example. I mean, you can use for clickable also. Okay, so same way, like you can just tweak. You can just utilize your brain and find one example for element to be clickable. I think this one only, which we did, just put that same element and and use for element to be clickable. Okay, that's I will keep it to you to do that. I'm going to do the alert, so this one will be little different, so I'm doing that. So what we will do, just take the example. Okay, and go here, same way, search here and enter. Simple. And 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, just open this. Okay, and 1 minute, let the page loads. Perfect, it is loading. Now let's discuss the program. Okay, what is the program? Okay, it is navigate into the application. Then after that, it will click on a button which triggers alert after 5 seconds. Okay, basically it is clicking on a button, driver.findElement by.id timer alert button dot click. So it is clicking on timer alert button. Let's check that which one is timer alert button. Timer alert button. Okay, what we can do, 1 minute. I think it should be, it will be here, any button. 1 minute, let's find out this. I think it's hanging somewhere. 1 minute. One minute, hold on, it's hanged somehow. I'm checking it. Still it is hanged. 1 minute, let me, I don't know whether I can close or not. Just hold on. Now it is working fine. Okay, so let's do let's do one thing. Let's inspect this so that we can understand which element we are interacting, right? Yeah, basically. Okay, so inspect this ID alert button. Okay, let me check which alert it is checking. I mean, say which ID. Timer alert button. Okay, timer alert button. Okay, this one. See, timer alert button. So what it is doing? we got this timer. You see, it is showing also on button. Click, alert will appear after 5 seconds. This one only. Okay, perfect. Then go. I mean, so first we'll click here. Let's do it manually because it is easy for understanding, right? So we'll click here and wait for 5 seconds so that alert will appear in 5 seconds. See, perfect, absolutely working fine, right? Then after that, what we'll do? WebDriverWait, wait is equal to new WebDriverWait driver, comma duration dot of second 10. Because it will wait 5 seconds, we should put the wait more than 5 seconds, right? It cannot be 5 seconds. So it will be more than 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds it should appear. Then after that, what we'll do? Alert is equal to wait dot until expected conditions dot alert is present. It will find whether alert is present. If alert is present, then what it will do? It will read the alert. System.out.println alert.getText. So getText will provide the alert message. Okay. Then after that, it will accept alert.accept. Perfect. You will see here, it will read the alert. So what is the alert? This alert appear after 5 seconds. It will first read, display, and after that it will click on accept. Means it will click on OK. Perfect. Good example. So let's execute this. It's a very good example and perfect example, I can say. So let's copy this and paste this. Okay. Okay, let's run this and we will see the result. Okay, now it will navigate, it will click on that button. It is still loading, just observe. It will click on that button. Yeah, perfect. It clicked. After 5 seconds, alert will appear. Observe, see. Then what it will? It will capture the alert and accept the alert. Okay. If you will see the console, it will print the alert. It will see this alert appear after 5 seconds. Absolutely working fine. Okay, perfect. That's about implicit wait. Next one is fluent wait. So what is Fluent Wait? Before that, let me just copy this program to the document. So 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so what is Fluent Wait? Fluent Wait is equal to explicit wait plus retry frequency. Okay, polling interval. So explicit wait plus retry frequency, that is polling interval. So what it will do? Basically, it will poll. For example, let's say we are putting let's say 10 seconds. Okay. so in explicit wait, what it was doing? It was waiting for 10 seconds, right? Complete wait 10 seconds. But here in this case, what happens? Like it will be like a retry in intervals. Like for example, after 2 seconds, it will check one more time. Another 2 seconds it will take another one more time, like that. Some polling interval. Okay, we will understand features. When exactly we are going to use this? Custom polling interval. Okay, we will put some custom polling. Let's say 2 seconds. After every 2 seconds it will poll and check. Can ignore exceptions. It can, this Fluent Wait can ignore some exceptions like no such element exception. This kind of exception it will ignore. That means if such kind of element, such kind of exception will appear, it will ignore that, it will not fail. The script will not fail. Then useful for extremely dynamic apps. So for extremely dynamic apps, it is useful. Which one? Fluent Wait. Okay, let's discuss this. Let's discuss some example. We'll see some example how we'll use Fluent Wait. So wait, then WebDriver. This is the syntax. Wait, WebDriver, Fluent Wait is equal to new Fluent Wait of driver, then dot with timeout, duration dot of seconds 20 second, and dot polling every, duration dot of seconds 2, dot ignoring no such element exception dot class. Perfect. See what it is doing here. If we'll see here, it is putting 20 seconds. So till 20 seconds it will wait, but it will not wait for the complete 20 seconds. For every 2 seconds it will check. If that condition is satisfied, then it will proceed. Okay, it will not wait for entire 20 seconds. Maximum duration is 20 seconds, but in every 2 seconds it will check, polling every 2 seconds. That means this is the syntax. And as I mentioned, it will also ignore some of the exceptions. Like for example, no such element exception dot class. That means if no such element exception occurs, if we will use Fluent Wait, the script will not fail. Simple. Then after that, what we'll do? Web element is equal to Fluent Wait dot until driver arrow mark, then driver dot find element by dot id dynamic element. Okay, this is the syntax. That's how Fluent Wait usually written. This is the syntax. Okay, if you will understand here what it does, basically this syntax, what it does, basically total wait is 20 seconds. As I mentioned, if you see here, total wait is 20 seconds. Okay, but it will check every 2 seconds. In every 2 seconds it will check whether that element is present or not, and it will ignore no such element exception. If there is no such element exception occurs, it will ignore that, it will not fail. Then it will return element when found. So when it will find the element, that time it will return. Okay, this is the meaning. Let's proceed. First thing is, okay, let's do one thing. Let's do one example. Okay, after that we'll do the comparison. So what you can write, simple example Fluent Wait. Okay, example Fluent Wait. Let's complete the example. Yes. This is the Fluent Wait. Okay. First of all, let's check this manually. Then we'll discuss the program. Then after that we'll execute. Similar step will follow always. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. I think same application. Perfect. Then what it is doing? Let's check. I think same thing it is doing, I believe, but let's check that. Okay, what it is doing, it is navigating to the application. That is after that Fluent Wait definition. Wait, WebDriverWait, new Fluent Wait of driver dot with timeout, duration dot of seconds 15. It is taking 15 seconds. Maximum wait 15 seconds, and dot polling every, duration dot of seconds 2. Polling interval is 2 seconds. Dot ignoring no such element exception dot class. So ignore exception. It is ignoring exception. Then wait until element is visible. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Sorry. web element visible button btn is equal to wait dot until expected conditions dot visibility of element located by dot id visible after. Okay, so it will wait for visible after same element actually, which we use in implicit wait. Same thing we are using in fluent wait. Okay, I mean explicit wait, same thing we are using fluent wait. It is easy for comparison, right? Then once the element is visible, then after that it will click on the visible button dot click. Okay, simple. Let's execute this. I think it's quite clear. Let's execute this and we'll see the result. Let me close all these things. Okay, let's create one class, new Java class. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. Okay, let's execute this and we'll see the result. Okay, now to navigate to the application and maximum time is 15 seconds, but in every 2 seconds it will check. See, it is still loading, right? So that's why it is not clicking. Once it is loaded, it is going to click. See, perfect. And after 5 seconds it will appear, right? Visible after 5 seconds, right? Is it the same example? Okay, 1 minute. Let's check. It is clicked visible after 5 seconds, but let me check. Let me do manually so that we can understand what is the behavior. I clicked on. Perfect. I think this is not an alert, right? So I think perfect. It is working fine. So it already clicked on that. So it's proved. Okay. Let's. Okay. Let me copy paste this program. Okay. That will be useful. Paste. Okay, let's proceed. So the question will be, when should we use which weights? Because we have different type of weight, 3 weights like implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight. So when we'll use which weights? That will be one question, right? So in scenario, let's say the scenario is application loads fast. Where application loads fast, so that time we'll use implicit wait. Okay. If application is loading fast, then that time we use implicit wait, simple wait. If you need to wait for specific element, if we need to wait for specific element, that time we'll use explicit wait. Let's say we need custom retry intervals. That means, let's say we don't want to wait for the entire time. We will check in intervals, so that time we will go with fluent wait. Let's say need to wait for condition like clickable, visibility, that time we will use explicit wait. Okay, Let's say framework level wait. In framework level wait, we'll use explicit wait or fluent wait. Okay. These are the scenario where we'll use different types of waits. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, what is the difference? Quick difference. Important for interviews. These things. So feature, let's say applies to which one? Features applies to implicit wait all elements. I mean say for implicit wait applies to all elements. That's what. Explicit wait for a specific element. Fluent wait specific element. Conditions in implicit wait only presence. Okay. Explicit wait multiple, clickable, visible, etc. Because in implicit wait there is no condition. Simple. Okay, one wait for all. Okay, but in explicit wait we have different condition like it is clickable, visible, etc. Fluent wait again it is multiple plus custom polling. That polling interval whether you can put 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, anything. That interval you can put. Then polling 500 millisecond by default. By default, implicit wait is 500 millisecond. Explicit wait again 500 millisecond. But fluent wait it is a custom. You define. Okay. Then exceptions ignored. Implicit wait, no, there exception cannot be ignored. Explicit wait also exception cannot be ignored. But in fluent wait, yes, you can ignore some exceptions, configurable. Which exception you want to ignore, you can configure that. Okay. Usage, implicit wait you can use in simple scripts. Explicit wait you will use in dynamic pages, and fluent wait heavily dynamic pages. Okay. Perfect. So in one-liner, interrogative one-liner answer, what will give? Implicit wait is a global wait applied to all elements. Explicit wait waits for a specific condition. Fluent wait is an advanced explicit wait with custom polling and exception handling. Simple. Okay. That's all. That's it. That's all about different types of waits in Selenium WebDriver.